Livestock farmers have faced several challenges, with some forcing them to quit business. Key of such constraints to production is inadequate utilization of feed resources. Animals have been provided with unchopped feeds since many smallholder farmers lack quality forage choppers, leading to low utilization of the feeds.
The problem of feed wastage, particularly in smallholder dairy production systems, which is as a result of poor feed utilization efficiency. And this emanates, of course, into poor production and productivity in the dairy production system. So one of the causes of feed wastage in a smallholder dairy production system is due to the fact that the way the farmers offer this feed to the animal does not allow maximum utilization of these feeds by the animals. So the animals quite often select the most palatable parts of the feeds and reject the non-palatable parts of the feed resources. Yet the rejected parts are also useful, nutritious, and they can be converted into both milk and meat.
And actually feeding accounts for over 60% of the production costs of cattle. Therefore, feed wastage comes in to be another serious expenditure the farmer has to incur. For example, if a cow requires to consume 20 kilograms of feed in a day, and the farmer gives it 20 kilograms of feed, eventually because of this spillage, it has been established that the cow will only consume 10 kilograms, but the farmer has supplied 20 kilograms. As a result, it will require twice the amount of feed the animal needs for it to get what it wants, what it requires a day. And this increases the cost of feeding animals and eventually increases the cost of cattle management.
In a survey to assess the situation by the National Livestock Resources Research Institute, many farmers were found in a dire need.
Tutunga ebinyansi tukaba tukozesa egaali hamu na pikipiki nituleta hano mfwamu ebinyansi tutematema n'ekiso kimu twasanga mu buzibu nitwetema ebyara mukutematema ebinyansi ebyo kuhereza ente abandi ebyara twabitema ati obutukwa tukozesa chopa yaitu eno omanyire obusume bukirungi kuteera buteera kutema ate okusanga butulesere kilogramu nka 10 ente zikulya kilogramu zinka 14 olukaga ne lusensekala hansi abokuba tetemere eteire buteera.
Ente weetaliiridde muddo gwonna nga ogwejjambiya kano kachopa yo erya buli.
Someone is giving you a machine for 5 days to cut 15 acres, and really you can't do it because this silage, the corn for silage making is planted and the density is too much. So you have challenges. Even the hiring rate, 100,000 per day, is too much. The labor is too much. And at times the machines don't chop the corn well, so the animals will be selective when they are eating. So there's wastage at the end of the day, and at times you don't cut all that you have in the garden, or you cut it late, so it is not good for the animals. The animals will feed on the maize and it comes out as a maize seed, so they have got nothing from that maize. So it is challenging. So because we don't do the things at the right time, so we don't produce the right feed.
Supposing you are using your fingers to collect grass of different lengths from a basket. When you go and grab, you'll find that a lot of it will remain hanging away from your fingers. And as a result, as you move this part you've grabbed out of the basket, you'll find that more of it will spill over. Now, this is what happens when a cow is fed on forage that is not chopped into small pieces.
Many rely on the paddock system, and according to scientists, under this system, each animal requires an acre of land with adequate grass to sustain production.
It's around 30 kilograms of fresh forage per day. Now, if it's going to be 30 kilograms of fresh forage, so this one means that you need at least a minimum of 20 acres of forage.
Yes.
If you grow 20 acres of forage, within 3 months, you'll have enough forage to satisfy those animals.
By the end of last year, we had about 46 cows, the entire herd. Now, a farm that is 40 acres cannot support animals that are 46. And you are doing other things. You have doing crop and other poultry, piggery and things.
Lugolobi Henry is one of the budding dairy farmers. Located in Kasambia village, Namulonge Wakiso district, Lugolobi says technical advice from NaLIRRI has been instrumental for his farm's survival. As he started out, he lacked enough feeds for his animals until when NaLIRRI advised him to grow his own grass. He planted 15 acres of different grass, but the challenge remained proper utilization.
Netulowooza ente tufunye omuddo tugutaddewo nezigulya gutya kati twesiŋŋaana olw'okuba ente nnyingi bwe zirya zigulinnya guyiikayiika gukola ki nga kyetaaga ate tufunemu kyopa oba ekyuma ekisobola okugusalaasala ente zibe nga zigupiikinga ate n'ekirala ziyambibwe mubanga okuridyusinga oba okukendeeza ku kyewandiise wastage oba okufaafaagana kw'omuddo.
In absence of a modern chopper, he relied on local methods of chopping the grass with their associated challenges.
Tubadde tukwata ebiso ne tutema oluusi osobola okwesiŋŋaana omukozi asobola okwetema ekiso ekirala nti ente ziba tezikkuta kubanga naye atuuka ekiseera n'akola ki n'akoowa. Tubadde nga twayiiya nti mugusala omuddo ogumu tukukozesa buuma obugukola ki obugusalayo ne busala naye nga mu mbeera eyo twesiŋŋaana nti tufiirwa kinene nnyo okusinga omuddo guyiikayiika ate ente tekkuta ekitegeeza tejja kuwa mata gakola kigamala nti ente natural teyagala bintu bigudde wansi n'ebiriira wansi eyagala nga ebintu bigize ng'omuddo muyonjo ate n'ekirala nti bwe zibeera nnyingi zirwanagana omuddo ne zisembayo nga zigwonoonye.
He tried to acquire a chopper from Kenya, but still its design did not properly address the need.
Nagezaako nga noonya chopper ne ŋŋendako Eldoret e Kenya mu mwoleso chopper ogireeta okuva e Kenya nagiraba nga njagala gigula ne bagamba olina okusooka okusasula omusolo mu Kenya ng'efuluma kale kwegamba process nene nnyo.
The suppliers of these forage choppers do not have after-sales services, and in case just this chopper, one part breaks down, there is no supply of spare parts. Many farmers have just got these choppers and stored them into the put them into the store, abandoned them because of this, and yet they've spent a lot of money on them, on buying them.
He isn't alone. In a survey by NaLIRRI, it was discovered that many dairy farmers face a similar challenge. Betty Namutebi Isharaza, a retired English teacher, is a resident of Nakakonge village, Nazigo sub-county, Kayunga district. Namutebi operates a paddocked kraal of 17 cows on a 25-acre of farmland. After advice from a fellow farmer, she is changing from paddocks to zero grazing, and she couldn't help but acquire any forage chopper available on the market.
The cows used to walk from here to the end of the farm, eating, but eating nothing. And I started wondering how I could improve that situation. Nachesesa was one of the program. Last year, sparked me into thinking about silage making. And I've been planning and replanning a visit to Nachesesa, and I'm very happy that they are here. We've moved from free range, we went into zero grazing, we had problems of fodder, and we thought we would buy large land and make it free range. Again, it had not worked because it wasn't giving us the production that we are targeting. So we have started to seriously think about silage making since 6 months ago.
Using local methods to chop forage has been a big problem at our farm, and the current forage choppers still have many inefficiencies.
Oh my God, this is not sustainable. Cutting the fodder with the panga is so demanding, so expensive, so unsustainable. Because nobody will do that forever. They get tired. We bought a manual one, a manual chopper, cutter, still the same. They don't use it, and I don't blame them a lot, because even if it was me, it's very difficult, it's very taxing. And then the one which is using engine at that level is very costly, you know. So that way is a no-go way for me, because I've experienced the cut and carry, the panga, and this machine which will use diesel for smaller production. I wanted to buy one from NaLIRRI, then I said, really? I think I should not.
Dr. Yona Baguma operates the Kanan farm in Hoima district, but faces high fodder wastage at his farm.
This wastage on our part is a combination of two things. It's a combination of the design of the feeding board.
This brown one.
At times, actually, as the animal is feeding, it gets injured from these nails. So, actually, it gets injured from these nails.
That's why they also push it and pour the feed. Because
so
we witnessed them.
In most cases, we find even as they are eating, you just see an animal pulling out its mouth with bleeding, but also because of the inefficiencies surrounding the forage chopper. So the forage chopper is not able to chop them in the right sizes as we desire. I think the current design of a forage chopper, even by the time the feed gets to be presented to the animals, it has lost the most nutritious part, because it is basically ideally it is almost squeezing. So actually the animal is basically eating fiber. The water and the nutrients have all been already squeezed out.
To address this challenge, the National Livestock Resources Research Institute has designed a new forage chopper to solve the farmers' demands.
A forage chopper which is user-friendly to our farmers and accessible in terms of cost, which our farmers can use to chop their feed resources of various types, so that to enhance the intake of these feeds by the animals
without grinding the material. So it maintains the quality of the forage while producing a good fine chop, to ensure thorough mixing of the forage, to avoid selective feeding, and also to avoid wastage of the feed.
We expect that once we improve the intake of the feed resources due to chopping, we shall end up improving the efficiency of utilization and therefore improve milk production and overall productivity on our farms.
It is handed to the operator, thereby protecting the operator from any forms of accident.
A user-friendly forage chopper
uses a diesel engine, and this diesel engine and this machine chops a total of 1.2 tons of forage in 1 hour using 1 liter of diesel.
Accessed and affordable by our farmers with the purpose of improving feed utilization efficiency on our dairy farms.
As it stands as one of the major dairy production constraints, if addressed, Uganda can meet its target of producing 20 billion litres of milk per year to meet the ever-growing local, regional and international demand. The new forage chopper design has been piloted with 30 dairy farmers in Kyenjojo, Wakiso, Hoima and Kayunga districts. They received a forage chopper and many couldn't hold their excitement back.
Ekyuma kino kikuba bulungi, kikuba obuntu butono era n'omukukuba n'okukwata omuduteekamu uteekamu bingi naye kale atubadde tulina obwaddusa okuteekamu butono era alubwo biyingira mu kyuma nibikwata bikizikira n'osooka kukisumula n'ojja mu muddo gulya n'okujjamu mala n'oteekamu omulala naye kino tikizikira tigikwata n'obuteekamu bingi kikuba bulungi kusinga kale.
Twali tutemesa ejjambiya ng'olina ekitundu ekikola ki olumuli lw'osuula n'ogamba nti luno lufuuse lumuli naye kati bw'okateeka mu kyuma tolaba na lumuli gye mulaze.
Neebaza Mukama nti waliwo abatandise okukola choppers ng'ate ziri nnungi ezimiitinga oba zishootinga obwetaavu bwaffe.
Our target in this project of commercializing the narrow forage chopper prototype for improved feed utilization by the dairy cows in the country is to ensure that there is reduced feed wastage among the smallholder dairy farms and there is increased productivity of the dairy cows through increased nutrient supply because of reduced wastage of the forage. We wish to see every dairy farmer in the country using this forage chopper to reduce feed wastage and to increase feed intake and nutrient supply of the dairy cows in the country at the lowest possible cost. This will eventually increase the productivity of the animals and even will reduce the cost per liter of milk harvested from these animals, thereby improving the profitability.
This project seeks to design a forage chopper which is one technically sound, two socially acceptable and three affordable in terms of cost, so that farmers can be able to afford the choppers and then adopt it and then massively and widely use them to chop forages so as to improve feed utilization on their farm and ultimately improve productivity and competitiveness of the dairy sector in this country.